I challenge you to go all in on digital products for the next 90 days and see how much your income grows. My name is Vanity, and not too long ago, I was working a 9 to 5. Now I run a digital product business that pays me consistently online without needing thousands of followers or posting every single day. And the only difference between me and the people who never get there is that they quit way too early. The truth is, if you stay consistent for 90 days and follow a plan that actually makes sense, you will start seeing real momentum, real traffic, and real sales. So in this video, I am breaking down exactly why and how the simple 90-day challenge works. Why committing to digital products in 2026 is still the smartest move, even if you are starting from zero, and what to actually focus on to see results. Plus, how to set yourself up for success from day one. But first, let me talk about why digital products beat every other business model for beginners. Look, I am not here to trash other business models, but I do want to be real with you. If drop shipping, Amazon FBA, or freelancing has been on your mind, those aren't bad ideas. They just already had their moment. The window where someone can jump in and win, that window has mostly closed. The people who's making real money with those businesses got in early. So you will be basically playing catch up from day one. And beyond the timing, every single one of those paths comes with the same hidden barriers. Serious startup capital, a highly specialized skill, years of hands-on experience, or the kind of time and energy that's hard to come by when you're already juggling a full-time job, a family, or just the everyday demands of life. That is not your fault. That's just the reality of where those business models are right now. But digital products are completely different. The barrier to entry is low. The profit margins are high. And you don't need money, years of experience, or a specific set of skills to get started. All you need is to create one product. You build it once and sell it forever. No inventory, no shipping, no returns, and no limit on how many you can sell. Every single sale is nearly per profit because your margin sits at 90% or higher. Someone could discover your product at 2 a.m. on a Tuesday and buy it while you are sleeping. And they get instant access without you lifting a finger. And here's the part that most people get wrong. They think that they don't have anything worth selling. Truth is, you do. You don't need to learn something new or become an expert in a field that you don't know nothing about. The things you already lived through, already figured it out, already know how to do. Someone somewhere is genuinely struggling with that right now and will pay to learn from you. And on top of that, we are living in 2026. AI has completely removed all the excuses. ChatGPT can help you brainstorm product ideas, build a full outline, and structure your content in a matter of seconds. The heavy lifting that used to take weeks now takes an afternoon. The other thing that makes this model so powerful is that it grows with you. Whether you have 100 followers or 100,000 followers, your products keep working. And the bigger your audience gets, the more it sells. It just compounds over time. So here's what the next 90 days are actually going to look like. This isn't a get rich overnight story, but it's also not going to take years of grinding. With the right approach and the right focus, you can have a product out in the world and generating real sales in the next 90 days. I am going to walk you through the exact process, broken down month by month into 3 simple phases. If you're finding this helpful so far, do me a favor and hit the like button and subscribe. I post videos like this every week showing you real ways to make money online. And watching all the way through really helps YouTube shows this to more people who need it. All right, let's get into month 1. Month 1 has only one goal. Get the right people to find you online and get them onto your email list. That's it. Nothing else matters this month. Step 1, find the problem. When most people decide that they want to start selling digital products, here's what they do. They jump straight into building. They spend days, sometimes weeks, creating the perfect product. They hit publish, they wait, and then nothing. No sales, no responses, just silence. The problem isn't the product. The problem is that they started with a product when they should have started with a problem. Here's what I want you to burn into your brain. People do not go online searching for products. They go online searching for solutions. So your first move isn't to build something. It's to find the problem worth solving and work backwards from there. The problem you pick doesn't have to be complicated. How to get a baby to sleep through the night. How to write a resume with no experience. How to file your taxes. Anything as long as real people are struggling with it. I know someone personally who made over $25,000 in 6 months selling a simple PDF. It's literally mind-blowing on how to breastfeed specifically for first-time moms. Not a course, not a membership, a PDF. Because she found a real problem and offered a real solution. So that's where you start. Find the problem. Step 2 is validate the idea. Once you have a problem in mind, make sure it's actually worth solving. Think of this as a quick reality check. Before you invest any real time or energy, go to answerthepublic.com. Within minutes, you'll see hundreds, sometimes thousands of real conversation from real people who are dealing with that exact thing. If people are out there asking about it, that's a green light. Open ChatGPT, type in what are the best solutions for, then put your problem. And if you genuinely do not know the answer, ChatGPT does. And you will have a solid starting point in about 30 seconds. You don't need a PhD. You don't need 5 years of experience. You just need to know a little more than the person you are trying to help. That's it. Now, I want you to create one free item that gives your audience a small but meaningful win related to the result you eventually want to sell. And before you overthink it, this should not take weeks to put together. You can build something clean and professional using free ready-made templates on Canva in a few hours. A checklist, a cheat sheet, or a short PDF guide is more than enough. Now open canva.com, search for lead magnets or checklists and templates. Now customize it. After you customize it, export it, click share, then download, then click PDF standard. The whole point of a freebie is to simply attract the right people and give them just enough of the result that they start to trust you. It doesn't have to be big or impressive. It just have to be useful and relevant to what you are eventually going to sell. If you are not sure what to offer, ask yourself, what is the one thing my ideal customer needs to know or do before they can get the full results? The answer is usually your freebie. And if you are still drawing a blank, just ask ChatGPT. Type in a prompt. I'm planning to create put the type of product on, put the topic, give me 10 freebie ideas that will attract my ideal audience. Once your freebie is done, you need somewhere to send people. You want to pick an email server provider that lets you create a simple landing page where people can sign up and automatically receive your freebie. Some good options to look into are StanStore, MailChimp, System.io, ThriveCart, and Flowdesk. All of them are beginner friendly and a few have free plans you can start with if you are keeping costs low right now. I will leave the link in my bio for StanStore and System.io. That is what I personally used, and that's what I personally recommend, but you can use any of these. But I will leave the link to any of those two if you want to check those out in the description below. All you need is a simple landing page that tells people what the freebie is, who is for it, and has a button to claim it. That's it. One page, done. Step 5 is show up consistently and build your list. With your list set up, the rest of month 1 has one focus: getting eyeballs on your freebie through consistent content. You do not need to be on every platform. You don't even need to post every day. Pick one social media platform and one search-based platform and just show up there consistently for the next 30 days. If Instagram is your platform of choice, aim to post at least 3 times a week. Stories, carousels, reels, whatever format feel natural to you. I recommend reels because reels get pushed more. Carousels is getting pushed more now too, but starting out, I would do a lot of reels. Your content should speak directly to your target audience and naturally leads them to your freebie. If you rather do YouTube like me, then starting with 1 video a week is great. I love YouTube because, in my opinion, it's the best platform to build a loyal audience that will actually buy from you. And growing on YouTube is not nearly as hard as people make it out to be. My advice is to keep it under 2 platforms so you don't get overwhelmed, burnt out, and eventually quit. Remember, you are not trying to sell anything at this stage. You're just showing up, being helpful, and pointing people towards something free that can help them. Here are a few real examples of posts that worked for me. Here is an easy side hustles that beginners are doing to make their first online sale. This is beginner friendly, no inventory, no shipping, and you don't need a big following. The biggest mistake beginners make is thinking they need the perfect product. If you are looking for beginner friendly side hustles in 2026 that you can run straight from your phone and that's already bringing in real money, selling puzzles is something you should definitely pay attention to. People are making serious money with it. So you can see exactly what this look like in practice. The only number you should care about this month is how many people are joining your email list. That's it. Put the logo on hold. Stop browsing website themes and quit that voice asking, but what if this doesn't work? None of that matters right now. Set yourself a target of 100 email subscribers by the end of month 1. Break it down, and it's really not that much. If you spend 3 weeks, focus on list building. You only need 4 to 5 signups a day. This is completely within reach. Hit that target and you will head into month 2 with something most people never build: a real audience you can actually speak to directly. And when you have that, selling becomes 10 times easier. By now, you identified a problem, found a solution, built a freebie, and started growing your email list. Month 2 is where things start to get a little exciting because you finally get to make money. Yes, we know you love it. But here's what I don't want you to do. I don't want you to disappear in creation mode. Spend weeks building something in secret and cross your fingers hoping people will buy it. That's the old way. And it's the reason so many digital products flop. Month 2 is built on 3 things: listening, validating, and selling before you fully build. The first thing you are going to do this month might surprise you. You're not going to build anything. You are going to ask. Drop a short survey into your email list. Use the poll feature in your Instagram stories or slide into DMs and get into a real one-on-one conversation. I personally recommend one-on-one DMs because there is something about a real conversation that no survey can replicate. People open up, go deeper, and share things that they would never type into a form. Ask questions like, what's the one thing about, and put your topic that you just can't seem to figure out no matter what you try. What would actually change in your day-to-day life if this problem no longer was there? If you could wake up tomorrow with one thing solved, what would it be? Questions like these don't just get you information. They get you into the heads of your audience. And that's exactly where your product needs to come from. When you keep hearing the same frustrations, the same roadblocks, the same desires coming up from different people, that's not a coincidence. That's your product. Now, the second step is you are going to outline what you are selling. Based on everything you heard, you are now going to build one problem for one specific person that takes them from one clear problem to one clear result. This is also the point where you decide on your format: ebook, template, bundle, workshop, full course, membership, coaching. There's no wrong answer. Just pick the one that fits the problem you're solving and the audience you're building for. You can open a Google Doc or you could put it in Notion. Your outline doesn't need to be fancy. A title, a list of what's covered, and who is for. That's your product in its simplest form. Once you have this, you know exactly what you are building. Next up is getting your product out into the real world. And I want to be very clear. You do not need a website. You do not need a logo. You do not need a beautiful design sale page with the perfect color palette. None of that is what makes people buy. All you need right now is a simple checkout page that answers 4 basic questions. Who is this for? What will it do for them? How much does it cost? And when will they get it? That's the whole thing. Here is a checkout page that I put together for my own courses. And I'm showing you this on purpose. Your first thought probably going to be, that's it? Yes, that's it. Literally, that's it. It's that simple. If you have testimonials or screenshots of results at this point, great. Add them. If you don't stress about it. You're just starting out and that's completely fine. I first started out using StanStore, but there are loads of free options out there like System.io, which are great, easy to use, and they get the job done perfectly. Now that everything is live, your one and only job for the rest of month 2 is to talk about your product a lot. This is where most people quietly self-sabotage. They put their product out once, mention it in a single post, send one email, and when sales don't flood in, they convince themselves it don't work. They convince themselves nobody wants it. I've done this myself. more times than I'll like to admit. But here's what actually happening. People aren't ignoring you. They are just busy. They saw your post and then they got distracted. They need to see something several times before they are ready to pull out their wallet. That's just human nature. That's just how it works. Every single week this month, mention your offer on social media at least 3 times to 4 times. Send your email list 1 to 2 emails that speak clearly to who the product is for and the problem it solves. And stay present in your comment sections and DMs. Do that consistently for 30 days. And even a few sales is a massive deal. Because at that point, it's no longer just a concept that you believe in. It's something that the market has validated. Real people opened their wallets for what you built. And that proof is the foundation. Everything in month 3 gets built on. Month 3 is protected and pushed further. You've made it to the final 30 days. And I want you to come into this month with a very specific mindset. This is not the time to start over. It's not the time to pivot, add something new, or chase a different idea. That kind of thinking will bring down everything you spent 2 months building. By this point, you have something that most people who wants to sell online never actually get to. A real audience, a validated offer, paying customers, and proof that your idea works. Month 3 has one job. Protect what you built and push it further. The people who bought from you didn't just hand over money. They handed over trust. Watch how they are engaging with your product. Notice what questions keep coming up. Pay attention to where they're hitting walls. Every single one of those observations is telling you something useful. And while you are doing that, start asking for testimonials. Just check in and ask something simple like, what's changed for you so far? Or what's different about your situation since going through this? The answers people give you in these moments are pure gold. They are the words that turn a brand new product into something that looks and feels established. And that kind of social proof is what makes the next person feel safe enough to buy. Add the real testimonials. Tighten up your messaging based on the questions and objections you've been hearing. Make the outcome your product delivers so clear that anyone landing on that page immediately understands what's in it for them. And if you want someone to walk you through every single step of this in one place, I put everything together inside my digital product starter kit. It covers the full process from scratch. Exactly what I did to build a profitable digital product business. And it's only $27. You can grab it through the link in the description. And before I wrap this up, I want to say something to anyone who's sitting there feeling unsure about whether they can do this. It doesn't matter if you never made a penny online before, or if you tried digital products before and it didn't work out. Wherever you're starting from right now is completely fine. You don't need to have it all figured out. You don't need a polished idea or years of experience. The knowledge you already have from your own life, your own struggles, your own lessons, somebody out there genuinely needs that. You just have to be willing to identify it and do something with it. So here's what I want you to do right now. Okay, right now. Drop I'm in the comments and tell me where you're starting from. Do you already have a product idea? Are you coming in completely from scratch? Have you tried this before and walked away? I want to know what I can tell you with full confidence with this. 90 days from now, if you actually commit to this process, you will have learned about building a real online business than a whole year of watching videos ever taught you. And you will be glad you started. Now, the next big question that most people have at this point is figuring out what actually to sell. Because picking the wrong product idea will have you going in circles for months. But picking the right one, that can genuinely change the direction of your life. Click the video right here. I break down the best digital products to sell right now. What's working, what people are actually buying, and how to find the one that actually fits your life. Click that video next and I'll meet you there.